Real Haggerty Amped Up Sports. It's Wednesday, December 18th. Time for my Bolts of Lightning column. A perfect 3-0 segment for 6 points. A total team effort with the offense hitting on all cylinders and the defense keeping the opposition off the scoreboard. Check out how the Bolts accomplished this feat. Enjoy. Game 27, Lightning 8, Flames 3. Tampa Bay used a 4-goal third period to turn a 4-3 advantage into an 8-3 triumph over Calgary Thursday at the Scotiabank Saddledome. The Bolts improved to 15-10-2 for 32 points. The Flames dropped to 14-11-5, and that equates to 32 points. Calgary opened the scoring early in the first period, but the Lightning tied the score at 18-40. Forward Nikita Kucherov registered an unassisted goal, and the opening 20 minutes concluded with both teams tied at 1-1. The second period was an offensive barrage, with the rubber disc ending up in the back of the net 5 times. Tampa Bay lit up the scoreboard with the first 3 goals. Forward Jake Guentzel lit the lamp, with assists going to defenseman J.J. Mosier and Kucherov at 6:25. The goal that followed 90 seconds later was a power play one from forward Braden Point, with Kucherov and defenseman Darren Radish chalking up the helpers. The trio of goals was culminated by another man advantage score from forward Anthony Cirelli, with Point and Kucherov providing the assist. The Flames answered that with a couple of markers of their own, and the teams went to the second intermission with the Lightning holding a slim 4-3 lead. The final stanza was all Bolts, with the black and blue lighting up the scoreboard 4 times. Forward Brandon Hagel began the onslaught, with Cirelli credited with the only assist just 43 ticks into the third period. That was followed by the third power play goal of the evening, scored by the Lightning, with this one going to Guentzel, with Kucherov and Point providing the assist at 11:34. Forward Connor Geekie, yeah, that's his name, trust me, put the biscuit in the basket at 13:24, with assists going to Hagel and Cirelli for the third goal of the period. The final Tampa Bay marker was by Guentzel, giving number 59 a hat trick for the evening, with Point and the 5th assist of the contest by Kucherov, closing out the scoring at 8-3 at 17:21. Goalie Andre Vasilevsky, 13-9-1 now, saved 19 of the 22 shots to record the victory in his 500th career game, all being with Tampa Bay. Let's go to game 28. The Lightning 5, the Kraken 1. After surrendering the first goal of the contest, Tampa Bay countered with the next 5 markers en route to a 5-1 victory over Seattle Saturday at the Climate Pledge Arena. The Bolts moved to 16-10-2, and that adds up to 34 points. The Kraken fell to 15-15-2 for a total of 32 points. Seattle opened the scoring early in the first stanza with a power play counter, but the Lightning answered that with 2 scores of their own. Hagel evened the score, with the only assist going to defenseman Nick Perbix at 8:16. Tampa Bay took the lead for good when Point put the puck over the line, with the helpers going to Radish and Guentzel at 13:21, and the initial 20 minutes ended with the Bolts leading 2-1. After a scoreless middle period, Tampa Bay posted all 3 goals in the final period. Guentzel continued his hot scoring streak with a power play goal, with helpers from Point and Kucherov at 4:03. The Lightning added an empty net marker from Hagel, with a single assist going to Kucherov at 16:08. The Bolts posted the last change on the scoreboard when forward Declan Carlisle put the rubber disc in the back of the net for his first NHL goal, with forward Luke Gedding and forward Mikey Esamont registering the assist at 19:38, making the final arithmetic 5-1. Goalie Jonas Johansson, 3-1-1, had his best outing as a backup, turning away 21 of 22 shots. Let's get to game 29. Lightning 5, Blue Jackets 3. After building a 4-0 lead after 2 periods, Tampa Bay went into a funk, allowing the next 3 markers to make it interesting before closing out Columbus 5-3 Tuesday at Amalie Arena. The Bolts improved to 17-10-2, and that computes to 36 points. The Blue Jackets slipped to 12-15-5 for 29 points. The Lightning changed the scoreboard first at 3:21 with the only counter of the opening period. Glendening lit the lamp, with Perbix and defenseman Emil Lilleberg providing the helpers. Tampa Bay, as it has done in the previous 2 contests, had a huge scoring 20 minutes, and against Columbus it was the middle period with 3 goals. Forward Nick Paul began the scoring at 1:28 with an unassisted marker. That was followed by Guentzel, with Paul getting the helper at 7:36. The The last of the triad of goals was provided by forward Mitchell Chafee on the power play, with Paul again and Hagel given credit for the assist, giving the Bolts a 4-zip lead after 40 minutes of play. There was still life in the Blue Jackets as the visitors posted 2 scores within 42 seconds and then put up a power play goal to cut the Tampa Bay lead to a precarious 4-3. The Lightning sealed the deal with an empty net goal provided by Point, with Kucherov and Gensel responsible for the assist at 17:51. The Big Cat notched another victory. He's now 14-9-1, turning away 28 of 31 shots. Here's my analysis. Point 1. The Bolts offense was on fire, averaging 6 goals a game over this segment, with the lowest output at 5. That'll win you a lot of the contest. 2. Goalie Jonas Johansson had a stellar game, with his best performance of the season, allowing only 1 goal in the Lightning win over the Kraken. And here's my third point, and boy, folks, listen to this one. Tampa Bay tied Winnipeg for the most goals scored this season. That's 117. That's a lot of biscuits in the baskets. Leo Haggerty for Amped Up Sports. Book it, Dano.